Hello everyone, and welcome to another Ugh. Welcome to another Let's Play, sorry. And this time around, I'm going to be doing, well, continuing the Ages of Discovery missions, and I should at least have 2 more missions to do, so without further delay, I'll get that on the way. So I'm just trying to think of my words there, because my brain's a bit brain dead today. But there you go, name one day that isn't a brain dead day for me. Anyway. Yeah, basically the next mission is basically this one that you're seeing here, and basically like all the missions, other missions, it's plain and simple and straightforward. Now this mission, you may notice that you may think it doesn't exactly join up with the other mission. Well, that's because it links up with one of the task force operations missions, like the do you remember the one where I said I was in one of my videos where it was like playing Missile Command with the missiles and all that lot? It's basically literally based on that one. Hold on, let me just find the name of it because I am terrible at remembering names. Which one was it? Oh, it's that one basically. The yeah, the Operation Repost, basically task force operation. But anyway, you get what I mean once you remember the video. And yeah, I'm using another synthetic ship. This time I'm using the battlecruiser version. And I'm just gotta check if it is. Yeah, basically the battlecruiser. There's no way in fuck I'm gonna say that name because I know some people can say it, but I can't say it, and it's like, how the hell do you say it? Even though I heard it being said so many times, and it's like, I just can't pronounce it right. So, yeah, basically I'm just using the Zinketti Battlecruiser, and just giving you guys a bit of a taste of what that's like, really, and such. While at the same time, just showing you how this mission goes about and all.
Switch to frequency 228.7 to adjust for ion storm interference.
This is the Shinano. Advise keeping shields up. Cloaked Klingon vessels are still testing our defenses.
Oh, right, now I know what I've got to do. Basically I've got to fly over to each ship, give over supplies and such, and then after that deal with a few Klingons and then take it down to the planet's surface.
I expect the Cicada is waiting for supplies too. I hope you have what they need.
Now again, I am hoping that my OBS software is capturing all the sounds here, including the game sounds. If not, I apologise in advance. But I will try my best to adjust that for next time around, if necessary. And I've gone to the one bloody one. Yes, I have. It's meant to be that one. Maybe this way I should have stuck with the escort.
We are ready to receive supplies. Engineering has confirmed that all expected hardware has been delivered. Thank you. We shall begin repairs at once. Our computer systems have received significant damage from Klingon assaults. I believe the Baran is waiting for you to report in, so I will keep you no longer.
Right. Oh. One thing I've got to remember is to slow down every so often. Because I'm so eager to sort of just do this quick, do that quick, blah blah blah, and all that stuff.
This is Commander Ellen Landry of the USS Baran. Welcome to Pryor's World. The captain has requested that you transport over to the Baran to speak in person. Truth be told, we're not certain our hailing frequencies are completely secure. It's a long story. Let's just say the Klingons had a few tricks up their sleeve during battle.
Nice to finally meet you face to face. I'm Captain Gabriel Lorca. Welcome to the Baran. This is my first officer, Commander Ellen Landry.
Sorry to hear about Captain Schaefer. He was one of our best.
Agreed. A damn fine captain. Though from what we've heard about what happened at Corvan, his ship's in good hands. Ah, and my somewhat tardy Chief of Security, Amna Patel.
Apologies, Captain. Welcome aboard. We appreciate the assistance.
Engineering's this way, if you'll follow me.
What took you so long?
You try booking a reception hall during prime wedding season. I'm lucky to be alive.
My warrior. Braver than 100 Klingons.
Kapla!
We better catch up.
Before the captain throws us in the brig with the Klingons.
Another thing I've noticed in this game that they're adding a lot more
With the Klingons.
interactions between the other characters as well, so it's not just completely focused on just your character or the other character. They're also adding focus to the other characters, in the whether it be background characters and such, which I think is a nice little touch and such. Also, I noticed is
Holding some Klingon prisoners.
another thing I've noticed that they improve over the times is how they actually done the colour scheme for this game, like for the skins, and even done the facial expressions and such. I know I explained that in the last video, but
Lieutenant Kerwin.
still, I can't express enough how impressed I am really with how much they've changed in this game. It's not a big, massive change, but it's enough to say I'm impressed.
Welcome aboard. Thanks for lending us a hand. Mind taking a look at something here? I'm analyzing some issues with the Baran's critical systems, and a fresh perspective might shed some light. Somehow the Klingons infected our computer systems with a particularly
Now you may notice that these are not highlighted. Now, for some of you who've never played this game before or don't understand how this works, usually these are highlighted whether you're an engineer or a science or tactical. Now, if you're tactical, obviously the bottom will be highlighted for you, because obviously red meaning tactical, so that's more like your expertise. If you're a science, then it'd be the green one. That'd be more like whatever to your, you know, whatever to your character's career options basically and expertise.
The virus has really dug into our tactical systems. We lose targeting, can't even power up the emitters or launchers. At that point, the only weapon in our arsenal is harsh language, and that won't go very far in a fight with the Klingons. Their entire language is harsh.
Nothing wrong with a harsh language in there. I mean, I'd use it all the time. I mean, everybody's heard me say a few fucks and such. I mean, yeah. What was I supposed to do? Oh yeah. Now you're probably wondering about this whole triangulating thing and such. Now basically with this thing, you've got to align the purple like outline with the reds basically, and it works the same way if you were mining, except with the mining part you had to be quite quick if you want to get more of the lithium out of the mines. But in this one's case, all you need to do is reach 100, so it's not a problem. And obviously we all know this one is basically matching the wave formula and such like that. Pretty simple stuff really.
But that should block the virus nicely.
Oh, I will admit, at first when I tried it, it was a bit tricky because my first time doing it, I was absolutely terrible. I think I was more rubbish with the more alignment of things, rather than the wave one.
What the? We just lost port to
Bridge to captain. Klingon vessels decloaking.
Lorca to bridge. I'm on my way.
Captain,
Well, damn,
internal
they
sensors
escalate
show
quickly.
multiple Klingon transporter signals in your vicinity.
All
well,
hands. Repel
more to shoot.
boarders.
This time hopefully I don't get attacked by some buggy like monster thing, like in the last episode. No, it wasn't in the last episode, it was the episode before that, sorry, my bad. Although I will say it was a lot more funnier having that happen to my other character, which was like a cat character. And the reason why it's funny is because his facial expression was a lot more funny to see, because it's just almost like it was a mixture of shocked and at the same time, I'm not sure what other way to explain it. It's just like a mixture of shock, but at the same time, a mixture of
Look at the bridge. We need
another
those
expression,
shields
and I
back.
just found it quite
Keep
funny.
the
And it's
tent
like,
on port side away from the Klingons.
maybe it's just me
Curly,
being
I want you to
immature
head
there,
up
but
there
still.
and give them a hand with the shields. No, I think it's time we went on the offensive. Landry, Patel, lead the way.
Chief, get us to the armory.
On it.
However, I will say one thing about missions and such. If you guys like to see more missions
Captain to
being
sick
played
bay,
by
we
me
have
on this,
booted on deck 17.
you know, you just name which arc, which missions you like to see me play, and I'll see what I can do. You know, I mean, I can easily spare time to do that. I don't mind replaying missions, even if it's some of the more annoying missions. I'll gladly still play it.
These phaser rifles. We just finished modifications on them from data we gathered during the Prior's World fighting. The Klingons are in for a little surprise.
And just because I say certain missions are annoying, that's in my personal opinion. It's not everyone's opinion. Some people may say, "Oh, I like the mission better than the other ones," but it's not to say that I hate the mission or anything. Like, it's just one of those. It's just when you get one of those typical missions where you just think, "Oh, it's so annoying," but at the same time, it's one of those things that's necessary in the game, sort of thing.
Bridge to Captain. The Klingons hit the brig and released their buddies. Looks like they're heading toward the shuttle bay. They're gonna make a break for it, sir.
And me use a phaser?
Look at the bridge. Acknowledged. We're en route.
I'm not Starfleet.
Landry, Patel, take the
I
lead.
prefer my green
Everyone
stuff.
else are with me. Let's move.
Oh, it's not Disruptor, but it's still green. But that's not to say I don't use phasers, of course, because of course I use phasers, no matter what side. But I mostly go for whatever set I'm going for on the ship, really. I don't just go with, oh, you know, I'll just go full on Disruptors with one character or full on this with another. I tend to do a bit of a mixed bag of things and such, or mix and match of things. And really, that's the best thing you can do in this game. Is mostly experiment, really. That's gotta hurt.
Ellen, can you hear me? Ellen!
Cover me. Patel, need a hand with this.
There's no time. Captain, you need to go.
That's not how we operate, Commander. We don't leave people behind. It's clear. Help her.
Thought I lost you there.
Fortunately, the captain had other ideas.
Nice shot back there. Glad you had our backs.
We need to move. Can you stand?
No, I'll manage. It's not as bad as it looks.
Bridge to Captain. Shuttle bay access is blocked, and the hangar doors are starting to open.
It's that damned Klingon virus.
Now, the one thing I will admit about the Discovery Klingons, at first when I first saw them, I was a bit iffy with them. In other words, I wasn't too sure of them because I was like, with most people, a bit skeptical about how they were and such. But after a while, I got used to them, and it became, yeah, it's okay, you know. I mean, I don't mind how they are in the Discovery universe and such. I mean, I look at it this way, it's one of those ones that I can actually accept in that. And even though I haven't seen the show fully like I would love to, but at the same time, I see enough to make me say, yeah, then, you know, while they can be, you know, in my opinion, not the best compared to the older Klingons, but at the same time, I'll say they're the sort that you can just bear with. But again, it's just only a minor thing. That's only just my opinion about them. I mean, it's not me saying, oh, I absolutely hate and such like that, because again, you know, that's not.
Not today. Not on my ship.
Change of plan.
That's not how. That's not how I operate, basically.
Through me first.
Lurk at a bridge. The prisoners are secure.
Now you may notice the name Akar from the actual one of the task force operations that I did in one of my videos. That was the one where I said it's like playing Missile Command with it. Basically, he was captured. He was actually captured from his dreadnought and being secured as a prisoner. Well, supposedly.
I think we'll need to transfer the prisoners to your ship. I think you'll agree we can't risk.
And the reason why I say supposedly, you actually get to find out later on in this game what happens next.
Old-fashioned, but if the Klingons are here to rescue their people, they won't risk firing on you. Your ship, on the other hand, will be a target. Be ready for anything. All right, these Klingons wanted a ride in a shuttle. Load them up.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like the design of the new shells. I mean, yeah, they do have a similar to the similar style to the mix of both modern and old style look. And when I say old style look, I don't mean as in like the original series. I mean like a mixture of the next gen with another from another series basically. And you know, I do actually like what they've done with them and such. So I think it's pretty cool in my opinion.
My team will handle the prison transfer.
In fact, like I said before, I do like some of the designs of the ships of the Discovery universe.
Excellent. Are you ready?
Good. You made it.
And I know I can hear some people hissing in the background saying, "How dare you be loyal to the originals and such."
People believe it's coming from cloaked Klingon vessels, and I'm inclined to agree. Get ready for a fight.
Wait. When did I do the anti-proton damage? In fact, who's got anti-proton on? Actually, I might be able to kill two birds with one stone with this one.
Ships, decloak and renew the attack.
So it's just me looking at my endeavours and I'm thinking, ooh, when did I actually do that? Might actually save me time doing the endeavours later on if I actually can do the endeavours in the mission. I actually didn't think about that until I just saw the anti-proton damage going up, and I was like, ooh. So I'm guessing that one of my characters has an anti-proton gun. So what I do, I equip my if my Goran isn't equipped with an anti-proton gun, I equip him with it. Now, I will say I do have quite a few of the Discovery ships, like the Klingon Bird of Prey, and some of their and one of their battle cruisers and such. I even have the big massive Dreadnought as well, which I will admit I was absolutely impressed with. Because even though some people say, oh, I don't know, it's not Klingon enough and whatnot, and I don't blame them for saying it, but at the same time, I just like the design of it. It just had like sort of like a almost like rock-based, almost. I'm not sure what to describe it as. Almost looking living like, but more rocky-like, I guess. I'll say bio. There you go. Oh, that's the best way to put it, but not as near as bio compared to like the bio ships of the species 8472, aka Undine. But still, I liked the you know, design of it. Yeah, it's slow as anything, but it still does its job as both a dreadnought and a carrier. Although this character doesn't have that one, it's more my other character that has that. And again, if you'd like to see that big ship in action, you know, you're more than welcome to ask me, and I'll gladly, you know, let you see in action. Also, I did get myself a new starship this week because I managed to complete the coupon thing, where you can actually get a 100% discount off your own ship, and I managed to go for one of the Romulan light cruisers. In fact, I could actually show that one off after when I've done these two missions. So that way you just get a rough idea of what I got. Plus I like a bit of showing off here and there. Now I've got my characters in the game positioned in different areas of the quadrant or areas of space, and Reason for that is so it makes it easy for me to do my endeavours and such, or to get to places or get things that I want quicker. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, you're getting things for that character, but you're not getting it for the other character. And it's like, but the good thing about this game is that you got an account bank basically, and you can actually use that to exchange stuff over. But they only give you one slot for free on this game, and the rest of the slots you have to pay for basically. So I was pretty lucky that I was able to get my slots at the time. Actually, was it at the time? I can't remember actually. With
Nice work, Captain.
I can't remember what they were doing at the time. Whether they were giving
Finished
those slots away, or was it the other one?
Glad you
No,
were
I'll tell a lie. It wasn't the account slots they were giving away for nothing. It was the other bank slots they were giving away for nothing. My bad. That was a long time ago though. Well, either way, you can easily exchange it over. Plus, I've got a fleet banks and whatnot, so I can easily just do the old exchange that way and such.
That said, we're not out of the woods just yet. I'll let my first officer fill you in on the details.
But being honest, with the amount of stuff I've got on my account, I really don't need to do too much exchanging on the... Oh shit, I skipped that. I didn't mean to skip that there. I don't really need to do too much exchange on the character so much, because I do have a lot of
Some of
stuff.
our prisoners are high-ranking members of the House Mokai. The secrets they know are important to the Klingons, even more so to Starfleet. We need to get them into a high-security facility as soon as we can.
Again, like I said about the other one, I'm actually impressed by the body language that they do every now and again and that. Like, you see his head tilting in here and there, or moving here and there. And it's the same with how Tilly's body movement. She was acting, like, moving in a more sassy kind of ways. Where in this one's case, he's like moving in a more serious sort of way. And, you know, and the way he stares down at the screen now, it's more of a typical serious look. And I think that's pretty nice touch to it. And I'm using the word pretty again. If it's not basically, it's pretty. So again, if you're having a drinking game, you know, don't drink too much with the amount of words I keep saying repetitively.
My team is on board, Captain. With your permission, I'll take the helm for this trip. I know the way, after all. We've arrived at the coordinates, Captain. We're being hailed.
Your presence in this system is unexpected. Transmit secure clearance codes now. Awaiting transfer of codes. I should remind you that all of our defense systems are active, Captain. Vosker out.
That he did, Captain. Shall I transmit the security clearance codes? Transmitting initial sequence now. Very much so, Captain. Possibly more than they enjoy oxygen and comfortable socks. Transmission.
Oh fuck. I've done it again. You know, I keep thinking that a conversation's going to end, and it's like, because what it is, I can't hardly hear anything with the headset on, and obviously, at the same time, I've got things playing through the TV at the same time. So I can just faintly hear it, but not as loudly as it's coming through. And I know that some of you will say, oh, why don't you play it through your headset and such? I would, but the problem is it'd be too loud on my ears, and even at setting number 2 it's still like loud, including the in-game thing. But once I get a mic and all, and I'll just rely on the, well, I'll be doing things without the headset, and then I can hear a little bit more clearer. But anyway, let's get this mission sorted out with.
A word, if you please. It's about Warden Vosker. I've served with him before, and there are some things about his character you should be aware of.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Serving here allows Vosker to use methods and practices that would not fly on a starship. Some of his morals are fluid, perhaps dangerously so. Look, I'm not sure what Starfleet Command knows about him, but he still has command of the facility. Permission to speak freely? There are those in Starfleet who are more focused on results than the cost of achieving those results. Vosker is such a man. The Admiralty didn't order these prisoners here by chance. They want Vosker to get results by any means necessary. That doesn't work for me, or Captain Lorca. The ends do not justify the means. I intend to make sure the price we pay here isn't too great. I don't want to look back on this day with regret, or worse. My team has the prisoners prepped for transfer. Are you ready to head to the facility?
I should have really taken a science officer with me, but I thought, you know what, sod it.
Welcome to Facility 2047. I'm Hadrian Vosker. Computer, update the log to finalize the transfer of prisoners to this facility. Authorization Vosker Sigma 9. We'll take it from here. A reminder, all data relating to this facility is classified. Now, if there's nothing else, I have a prison to run. Feel free to show yourselves out.
Thank you. Hadrian, it's been a long time.
Well, not long enough. Was there anything of substance you wish to discuss, or are we done here?
As in, according to Starfleet regulations, Hadrian, not your own personal code of conduct. Listen, we don't have to like each other. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's an impossibility at this point. What we need to do is work together in upholding the ideals and laws of the Federation.
Are you finished? Look, the Federation is the promise of a better future. I buy into that. Beautiful dream. People love to talk about it. What nobody wants to talk about are the hard choices it takes to make that dream come true. Every day, the Klingons remind us, though. And we pay the price in blood, sweat, and tears. So unless you're ready to learn some hard truths, I suggest you return to your ship and move along.
In some respects, I can understand where he's coming from and what he says, but at the same time, I also understand the other side of the story because, you know, there's a right way of doing things, but there's also a wrong way.
Yeah, why don't you show us everything you do here, Warden? Enlighten us. Show us how you're keeping the Federation safe from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Hey, we'll even take notes.
Wonderful. The prisoners are being processed. I'm sure they're being treated well. Better than the Klingons treated the innocent civilians of Pryor's world, for example. If you'll follow me. Johnson, give me a status report.
Wrapping it up now, sir. Medical scans and contraband search all came back in the green. Warden, there's increased comms from the Starfleet vessel stationed at Pryor's world. It sounds like there's another fight with the Klingons there. I'm not sure. Sorry, the signal's garbled. Some sort of interference is breaking it up, and I'm just getting fragments. So far, it sounds like the trouble is on the planet's surface.
Oh shit.
We have our orders, and no distress signal is being sent. That being said, I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I were back on the Baran, Captain. I've got the feeling the Klingons are about to make another big push at Pryor's world.
Fine. In the meantime, we have a job to do here. Johnson, put the Priority 2 prisoners into Gen Pop. I'll make sure our Priority 1 guest gets into MaxSec, where he belongs. Captain, Commander, let's get this over with. Got a nice cell waiting for you, Mokai. Move!
Now, I will give the actors and actresses credit in this. They do a good job with their characters and so forth.
Just wondering what you have in mind for our prisoners.
Especially when they have sort of like little jargon going on between them here and there.
Johnson here. Operation reports a malfunction in primary systems and recommends a reboot.
Although a lot of you, when you look at this place, you're going to think, isn't this familiar to another facility that we used to do back during the Dominion War saga and all that lot? And I will say, it does look familiar to that facility.
Constellation is acting up. Fix it now. Finally,
So the only difference is this one has retractable bridges, where the other one has, well, more of they do have retractable bridges, but not like that. I think the other one had holographic bridges, not holographic bridges, had more like transparent laser like this bridges. Good God, I can't even get my fucking words out.
Shields back up now.
Oh wait, I was meant to change my weapon, wasn't I? Do I have a proton weapon on me? Let's see if I've got one. No, that's Tetron.
Are you ready?
Ah, that'll do. Gotta wait for this to chill, and yep. Right, now then. Let's get the... Okay, cutscene coming.
Alright, let's get this over with. Nice. Same to you, Haribach. Come on, stupid piece of work, damn it.
Problem, Hadrian?
I can't get
Oh,
the
there's a
bridge
phrase
to
in
extend.
Spaceballs that comes to this. Even things in the future doesn't work.
That didn't sound good. We need to get out of here right now. Let me help you. Hurry!
We don't have time for this. Let him fall. He's just a Klingon.
We are Starfleet. Since you've obviously forgotten, that is not how we operate.
Whatever. Let's get moving. God, die fuck. I don't have time for this. If we can't put the prisoner in one of these cells, we'll have to take him back to processing. It's not ideal, but it'll do till we get things under control.
Well, going backwards. Oh wait, what do we... Whoops. I thought to myself that they were actually members of Starfleet, and then I realised that they had bald heads, and I was like, wait a minute. Not all Starfleet people have bald heads. Oh, so that's how I was doing anti-proton damage, because one of them summoned the dinosaur up. Oh, I know it's got a proper name for that, but still. It's a dinosaur still.
Let's stow this guy quickly.
Relax. His new home's right over here, and he's gonna be here a very long time.
I believe you have something that belongs to me. Akar will be leaving with me.
He's not going anywhere, lady. I'm gonna...
Ha! You were saying, if only you had shields to block our transporters. Our paths cross once again. If only I had the time to end you. Like I ended your captain.
You two know each other?
Try to die well. Ketris, surely true.
Wonderful.
Oh well, easy enough.
Cover me while I get the shields back online.
Kerwin, help him while we
Oh,
hold
I was done that endeavour, so I can switch back to my other gun.
You son of a... How? Disruptors hurt. Do your jobs, idiots. Damn it. Get over here and cover me.
I forgot he actually says all that every time when he gets hit.
Damn it. Get over here and cover me.
I know I shouldn't really laugh, but it's how he says it just makes me laugh at times. But personally, if I was having disruptors or any form of weapons fired at me, I don't think I would like it pretty much. Well, at least I hope not. I mean, that's, yeah. So I had a joke to go with that, but I kind of forgot about it, so I had to get back to you guys in 2 weeks about that. Now that was a joke. Now the reason why I said I'll get back to you guys in 2 weeks, and I said that as part of the joke, basically. Basically, that joke goes back from ages ago with my sister, when every time when I used to try and think of a joke or think of something to come back at, it used to take at least a couple of weeks for me to come back at her and say, "Hey, look, I just found a comeback to your thing," and used to actually say things and to make a comeback, but it always be 2 weeks after the whole thing, so it'd be like 2 weeks late. So that's where the joke's really inspired from.
Get over here and cover me.
And I tend to use that joke every now and again. Every time when I forget something, I'll be like, I'll get back to you in 2 weeks.
I can't get this done if they keep shooting me.
Well, if you work faster, they won't be shooting you.
Son of a disruptor's hurt. Do your job, idiot.
Yeah, my dinosaur's in the way of the doorway, like say, you should not pay us and all that shit. Well, it was in the doorway. Must have got bored. Oh, right.
I'd hold off on any celebrations. Long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon battle group, approaching at high war. Without the turrets, they'll eventually knock our shields down and finish us off for good. It's only a matter.
Lieutenant Kerwin can get those turrets back online. We just need to buy him enough time to get the job done.
This isn't time for heroics. One ship against a Klingon fleet? That's suicide. You
Well, I've been doing it since the beginning of the game, so I suppose it makes no difference.
Personnel to your ship and get the hell out of here while we're able.
Captain, the turret grid just came back online. Wait, oh no, that's bad. The turrets are scanning for Starfleet vessels. They've been set to see them as targets. It's that damned virus.
Well, shit, looks like I'm going to blow a few of them up.
It's just like what happened at Pryor's World. They turned our own defense grid against us, and then mopped up what was left after the chaos.
How did a Klingon virus get into our system? Klingons didn't even know about this place until...
Of course, those clever bastards. It's a genetic sequencing virus. We did a full medical scan of the Klingon prisoners when we brought them aboard the Baran, and another one when they were brought aboard this facility. But fortunately, or your ship would be dealing with the virus too. Somehow they've managed to embed it within the DNA of one or more of the prisoners. If we can identify the difference between the artificial and natural bases, we should be able to isolate the viral code and purge it from the system.
Well, shit.
Maybe 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah. I thought to myself, do I have to beam out of here? Then I realised I had to take a shot back.
You shouldn't beat yourself up for doing the right thing.
And I'm gonna stop skipping scenes. I didn't mean to do that.
And Jaula. We could just pretend it was all part of the plan, right?
Alright, alright. You win. But we still have a lot of work to do before, you know, we single-handedly end the war and get promoted to Fleet Admiral. So let's get up to your ship and go after them.
Jaula to Tabib attach. We have what we need. Leave the prison for the rest.
Captain, one of the Klingon vessels is hailing us.
Starfleet vessel. You are outnumbered and unable to flee. If you wish your crew to survive, stand down and prepare to be boarded. Refuse, and we will give you all an honorable death.
I could have sworn that Klingons do not take prisoners, if memory serves. So that kind of like contradicts that theory.
Warrior's death then. Good. I wouldn't have it any other way. Perhaps we will meet face to face in glorious combat when I board your vessel to take it as my prize.
Nah, you're not going to take this vessel as your prize. I mean, seriously. I'm just too good for you. And where the well, there we are. Yeah, these Klingon bird of prey are pretty much easy to shoot down compared to their cruisers and such. I'm not saying that the cruisers are hard and that, but their cruisers are a lot more robust. Oh yeah, I forgot it's that Nakura mines on the back of the ship. Because I was thinking to myself, wait, how's my ship doing the red thing? And then I realised I got Nakura mines. I mean, I do have Tholian ships on one of my characters, which is the Tholian Dreadnought and the All Weaver, and I do have the Mishweaver as well. Orn is the carrier of the Tholians, which I will get at a later time, but I'll go for the tier 6 variant. And the good thing about getting the T6 variants is that you can actually go to the switch to the T5 skins if you want to. Well, I'll get those off the exchange obviously, but not yet, at a later time. Because I've got more than enough ships either way. Yeah, well basically just what you got to do for this mission is just hold off till the time runs out and the defense is all restored, which is about 5 minutes tops. And yeah, basically just involves blowing stuff up really, which is quite easy enough because blowing up stuff has been one of the fun things I've been doing on this game. Although when it comes to other players, I'm an easy target to other players, so if you was to get me in a 1v1 match, I would easily lose against you, so I'm not all that powerful. So don't let my pretty ships fool you or anything like that, because just because my ships look good doesn't mean I'm a match against you, because, you know, everyone has their own ways of playing the game, and like I said before, a lot of players, or some players even, have one hell of a DPS, damage per second, rating on their ship, which I find quite impressive. Now what I'm going to do is, after when I've done this mission, I'm going to switch over to another ship that does anti-photon damage, just so I can get my Green Endeavour up. And as for the Polar on damage ground, I will let my other character do that, because he's over at Nimbus, so I can easily just kill a few things on Nimbus to get that done.
Yes, we did it. The defense satellites are back on our side.
Right, now remember says that should be... No, it's not. I've got to still take care of these. thought that was it for the mission. Then I realised I've got to take care of this lot. And again, once I've done with missions, I'll also show you the new ship that I got. It's not as that. It's not a new ship to the actual game, and that it's been around for the game for quite a while, and that. But not everybody's well, not everybody's seen me play as a ship either way. But it's one of those ships that I'm being quite impressed with. At first I was like, I'm not sure whether I should get it or not, because it's just after all a lighter version of the more heavier modern battle cruisers. But when I got it yesterday, I was actually quite very impressed with it.
Good news, Captain.
Alright, the firepower of it is not fully up in that, but I will get there eventually.
Or retreating. I think we did it.
Kerwin here. Captain, all systems are clear over here. Not reading any Klingon ships on sensors either. Did we do it?
Fuck yeah, we did.
Captain, if it's all the same to you, I recommend we retrieve Lieutenant Kerwin and return to the Baran immediately. We haven't seen the last of Ja'ula and her forces, and there is a nasty digital virus still running wild in the Baran systems. Seeing as we have the solution to that little problem, I think it's high time we delivered it to Captain Lorca.
And if memory serves, this is where it continues on into the next mission. If I got that right. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it doesn't continue on site. You basically have to... Yeah, I got it now. So it's just me thinking.
An interesting test of a warrior's capabilities. I participated in the simulation myself. I regret not being able to kill Ja'ula with my bare hands. Perhaps I shall try again, despite the moaning of the analysts to respect historical perimeters. Bah! Speaking of analysts, they're working on another simulation in that era. I suspect they'll be calling for your services again soon. In the meantime, I suggest review of your efforts today. You might be facing the real Ja'ula and her Mokai lunatics in battle soon. It is best to be prepared.
Now that that last bit in itself is a hint to what could happen in the future of this arc, most likely. That's if I got it right. So yeah, we could be facing that Klingon again, and we possibly might be facing Tilly again or something. Who knows? Or maybe they're saving that for another arc.
Serve the Empire.
But anyway, the missions are getting quite interesting as they go along.
Analysis of the Prior's world simulation data continues. Several agencies, including Imperial Intelligence, want to expand on that data, and they've created another simulation to do so. Your participation in this simulation...
Now, another thing about this mission, it does give you an actual free outfit thing, which is like the nanofiber insulated jacket. It's more of a cosmetic thing than anything else. So it's nothing too fancy or special, but it's still good to have. You know, part of me thinks, yeah, I'll go for the drain resist actually, because the one thing my ships do lack is the actual proper drain resistance to resist draining abilities. Because I noticed my ships are quite vulnerable to that. And speaking of ships, I am going to change this over for... which one should I go for? See what I've got equipped now. If that one's got the right equipment in it, then I'll use that one. I'll see how it goes. That's a level 14, 14, 12. 14. 14. 14. Yeah, I'm talking to myself here, so you have to bear with me. Yeah, that's got the right equipment, so that's fine. So it's all program ready. Now, yeah, this one's obviously a T5U ship, and these ones you can get cheaply off the exchange. I know some people will go, well, how the hell is 8mm or 9mm cheap on the exchange? Well, if you was to look back in the past, they used to be worth a lot more than that, and they used to cost a lot. In fact, even getting them for 30 or 60mm was a lucky thing back when, but because ever since the tier 6 ships came out, they've actually made the tier 5U ones a lot more cheaper. Now, if you ever do fancy picking up one of them, just, you know, save up enough Earth Energy credits, and, you know, you can easily get one of these. Even though I have got spares in my banks, but I'm not willing to give them away to willy-nilly, so call me tight there, but, you know, I'll give them away to people who are like my friends or people I trust and such, because I don't like to be, well, I think this applies to everyone else who actually feels the same way as I do. Doesn't like to be taken for what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but either way, basically it's won't let people take liberties. That's it, of them. Now, it's been a while since I used this battleship.
Baran's in trouble. Those Klingons won't stop until she's gone. We need to get in there before it's too late.
Mayday, Mayday, this is the USS Baran. We're taking heavy
No,
fire.
Maytime's gone, mate. We're in June, coming up to be July. Oh, wait, you mean actual Mayday? My bad.
You've come to save your comrades. Honorable, if not foolish. Come and save them. If you have the courage to stand in battle against true Klingon warriors.
Dude, oh, just headbutt the fuck out of you.
Looks like he didn't run far after Jahula beamed him out of prison. What? No good deed goes unpunished? No, if I'd listened to the warden instead of saving a car, this wouldn't be happening.
Well, shit happens.
Commander, a car's responsible for his actions, not you. Let's focus on doing what we can to help the Baran.
Now, even though this is a bio cruiser, but it is quite a speedy little thing. In fact, the good thing about this, you can load this up with cannons, but I wouldn't recommend going full cannon with them, because at the end of the day, they are a cruiser, and you have to treat them like a cruiser, but they are quite a fast cruiser, and I can't remember what speed it was actually. Wow, that is very fast for a cruiser, 33. So it's almost like that of a heavy escort in some way. I wonder if I can actually speed this thing up anymore. I have to try the low one. And I realise I haven't actually changed my abilities, so I should have done that, but I'll do that later on. So I've got enough on firepower anyway to actually deal with these. Alright, that DPS is not a lot, but still, it's enough for me.
Looks like we picked up some more Klingon attention.
This is the Baran. Our shields are bubbling.
We're losing essential ship systems. Now would be a good time.
Okay, not as nearly as impressive as the one with Voyager, but still. Oh shit, I'm getting my ass whooped. What the fuck? That can't be happening. Well, fuck. I do need to work on the ship's armament and not armament, on the ship's armor and such like that, because that was really poor. Even though that was my poor flying. But mind you, I haven't actually worked on the ship in a while, so I do need to work on making this ship a little bit more better. I should have went in with my obelisk carrier. That would have been a lot more better. But hey ho, I wanted to give you guys a different ship to look at.
Scan the area. Escape pods.
Excuse me.
Did she launch any escape pods? If anyone got away, we need to find them before the Klingons do.
Well, looks like we got another rescue mission. Where's Thunderbirds when you need them?
Sick bay's reporting in. Captain Lorca needs extensive medical facilities. More than you have on board your ship. We need to get him to a starbase or to Starfleet Medical. I understand, Captain. The ion storm is getting worse and Pryor's world can't be left undefended. But if you can spare just one of your shuttles, we'll get him there that way. Please? He's going to die if we don't do something, and I can't let that happen.
Oh wait. I can bring. Let's have a think. There you go. Just in case. Well, at least I got 2 of my endeavours done out of 3 or 4, should I say? Because there is the universal one. And that universal one should be easy because all it requires is for me to heal another teammate ship.
I've had a lot of days.
And I believe I can't remember which tune it was, character in other words, that has that's the best healing.
They want us alive.
Shields are gone. Impulse is failing.
Get us on the ground, Commander.
Crash position. Ready for impact.
Well, because the shuttles are a little bit more robust to take a mountain to the face.
Any landing you can walk away from, huh? Tricorder isn't showing any serious injuries. You'll live. Atmos breathable, but this is a Class P environment. The cold doesn't kill us. The Klingons will. No way they're gonna let us go now. We need shelter, and fast.
Well, while a bit cold and being hot where it is here, well, it's going to get hot on Saturday.
You really haven't lived until you go camping on Andoria. Makes this place look like Waikiki Beach.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Ensign. But those of us who didn't grow up on an ice moon aren't as amused. Emergency survival protocol. Break out the gear and supplies and find shelter. I don't want this.
Whoops. Okay, right.
I'm reading some cave systems up on that mountainside. It might be a good place to set up camp. Maybe even a distress beacon. I can use the shuttle's emergency.
I remember when I first did this one, I kept messing up on the worm part.
Get them out of this wind and cold.
But I shouldn't this time around, says I.
Hey, while I'm thinking about it, we lost some pieces of the shuttle while we were coming down. Some of that might be useful here. We should keep an eye out for anything we can easily salvage.
They made it. Takes guts to beam into a cave with an emergency transporter mostly held together with wishful thinking. Now, we just need to get there ourselves. Fashion way. Should we worry about leaving tracks that the Klingons can follow?
See those ice formations? Temperatures get high enough to thaw, then refreeze.
So, the snow will probably melt enough to lose our tracks in the next few hours.
Right, and if it stays cold and humid, we'll get more snow anyway.
Good news. Now we just have to worry about finding our way out of here.
Wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh, right, now I get it. Just follow this pathway and yeah.
Wait, see those mounds of snow? Some of them are just going to be light powder. Some of those were built. Watch your step. There might be life forms in those. They might not like unwanted guests.
Kerwin to team. My tricorder says there's a piece of the shuttle manifold near your position. Grab it if you can, okay? We could
I suppose there's living creatures living under that rock. Giant fucking scorpions, how quaint. Who says bugs can't survive the cold? But then again, can we class scorpions as bugs really? I don't know.
We got your widget, Kerwin. Never mind the beasties.
Sorry about that. I wonder if they were staying close to it for warmth.
Good work. Keep it coming.
Oh, that answers my question about the reason about the bugs not liking the cold. It's obviously warm near there.
Fumaroles. I was wondering if we'd see any. Here they are. Look, geothermal activity pushes heated water up, forms those bubbling mud pools. Wouldn't recommend taking a dip though. This stuff is scalding.
Kerwin here. I'm picking up another piece of debris near you. Looks like some live circuitry survived thanks to a Duralloy shell. Can you grab it for me? Thanks.
Anything else you like? Now when that red comes up, that means there's usually something about to come up. Like you see, I'm not sure if you can see it quite clearly, but when that stuff comes up, you can't exactly walk into it yet. Now you can because it's all gone down and stuff. And wait, what am I supposed to do here again? Oh, my bad. I realise now. Worms, don't you just love it? So this is like a cold version of Nimbus. Well, I know where to spend my holidays. Oh wait, no. I've got plenty of Z particles. Don't need any more. Oh fuck. Don't go walking into there because I won't be able to heal your ass. Well, I could, but well. Sorry. You can get the fuck off. Yeah, I'll take a chunk out of you. What are you gonna do about that? Oh shit. Actually, it would help if I actually zoomed in on my map. I'm carefully making my way around it so that way I don't get burnt by it. Even though it doesn't do too much damage, but
Hey,
it, you know.
You see that? Over by the rocks?
Yeah, I think it's another piece of the shuttle.
Really, I'll probably
What are
someplace to
these
take a dump.
marks in the ice? Tracks of some kind?
It's big, whatever it is. Let's not wait to find out more.
Now I bet some of you are thinking, I bet those tracks are like of a big, massive bug slash scorpion. And spoiler for you, you'd be most likely right to guess that.
Never thought I'd be happy to see a cave, but here we are. I can almost feel my toes again. This was a good choice. Defensible position, adequate shelter, picking up some water inside as well. Might be able to cobble up some fortifications by carving out some rock. Looks like they're a little deeper.
I was going to say the silliest thing is that there's water all around you if you include the snow, but then I'm not sure if that snow is even drinkable.
Hypo spray casing and a belt buckle.
Yeah, the dude's just sitting there with migraine, so don't worry.
His medical unit is functioning normally, and he didn't suffer any further wounds during the crash.
Some good news for a change. Nice work, everyone. Let's set up camp. Kerwin, see if there's a way to send a coded distress beacon. To Pev, we need to know if there's anything we can use to survive around here.
Nice. That'll be warm and cozy for a while.
Listen, I have to count on you. Landry's competent, but this might be too much for one person to manage. There we are, and we have to be prepared to fight. You and I both know it's only a matter of time before the Klingons find us. I need to know you'll be ready to make the hard call if it comes down to it. You're dealing with Klingons. There's no room for weakness. The Vulcans know this. When you face Klingons, act from a position of strength whenever possible. When they come, you need to be ready to hit them hard. Give no quarter. You have, but not like this. You might find yourself in a situation real soon where doing things by the book won't get the job done. People depending on you will die. Understand? Trust your instinct. Check in on the rest of the team.
Whoops.
You need to stay motivated.
Ah, good morning. I'm still working on this transmitter. It's pretty banged up, I'm afraid. If only we had some more spare parts. I'll make it do. And to think, I was considering becoming a holonovelist before I joined Starfleet. Good thing I picked up a few skills with transmitters and recorders. Well, if you're serious about going out in that cold again, keep your eyes peeled for metal ores and deposits. Anything with magnesium, sulfur, or other reactive ores. Stuff like that. Stuff we can burn. Speaking of ores, we could also use magnetic or radioactive ores. Those I can use for primitive power cells.
Right. Next one.
I'm mixing up some nutrient broth from our supplies. Not the best smelling stuff, but it'll keep us alive. We're gonna need a lot of calories in this weather, so we should try to find more food if we can. Well, we've already seen some wildlife. We're likely to find some edible fungi or mosses in the caves. Maybe some root vegetation. I don't know if I'd want to nibble on anything more complex. Contents could be dangerous to us.
Oh, who was also? Oh yeah. Whoops.
It's not luxury accommodations on Ryza, but at least the cave's secure. We need some more food. Something indigenous proves to be edible. Our emergency rations will get us through a few days, but that's all. I'm here, watching the Baran go. That was a hard hit for all of us. Lost a lot of friends up there. Right now, I think we need to get warmer. This cold's taking a toll, even in the cave out of the wind. Maybe Kerwin could figure a way to insulate the walls a little.
Doing the rounds, eh? Making sure your team's ready for what's ahead? Good call. I'd do the same. What's ahead? Yeah. Not a lot of good news there. Stranded on a frozen rock, no rescue in sight, and the sky belongs to the Klingons right now. Klingons! Beginning to wish I'd never laid eyes on them. Good point. The Captain's still alive, and I'm not. Commander Patel, still with me. Still with us. Starfleet trains us to deal with adversity. We'll figure something out. For now, let's see if we can scrape what we need to survive from this rock while we're here.
Right, what's the next thing? The arrow is pointing... Wait, is there something I'm supposed to do here? No, there isn't. So it's that way. So that's just me trying to remember. Another thing I will say about this game, if you feel that you need to explore every nook and cranny of the game, you know, don't be afraid to do that, but I will warn you, there isn't too much that you need to explore. It's all straightforward and basic.
But I am ready to fight.
But yeah, if you feel the need to explore, go right ahead, you know.
My people from the Baran, they're my family.
In fact, there might be some acolytes you can pick up, and acolytes are like trophies.
But the most important thing that they give us is...
And I mean, if you're trophy hunting or like to hunt for acolytes, I would say, you know, go for that sort of thing. Bloody worm. Sod off. You can get fucked as well.
That should be enough. Let's go.
I think I might be going the wrong way. Nope, I'm going the right way, because it says return to the cave.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Big monster! Very big!
And here's our big monster.
I'm pretty sure I know what made those marks in the ice now.
Yeah, you remember when they said about those big tracks and such? That's the big monster that made it. It's not that big, but at the same time, it's big enough. It's no different than dealing with the Darawest scorpions, basically.
We better hope none of those come to visit the cave.
Just handle them the same way. Shoot them, kill them, eat them. I mean, not the eating part, I mean, just kill them.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, good. Wait till you see what I've done with the cave.
And what exactly have you done with the cave?
What you got there? Magnesite? Ah, indium. We can use that. I'll take those off your hands. Indium can give us some power. Just don't loiter around it. It's radioactive. I can probably use the magnesite to make some explosive charges. You know, just in case.
Explosives? In a cave like this. That's not one of your best ideas, Kerwin. Even if we don't collapse it on our heads, we'd probably trap ourselves. We'd be stuck, unless we could burn a new way out with our phasers.
Sealing off the cave entrance and finding another way out is superior to being devoured by those ice creatures you mentioned. Put the explosive near the tunnel entrance. See if you can rig up a remote detonator. Better to have the option and not need it than to need it and not have it.
I should have just enough parts to make a short-range radio detonator for the explosives. I can work on that while someone else sets up these canisters. With the magnesium as an accelerant, and some of the gelled thruster fuel from the shuttle, they'll go up once a charge is applied to them.
Right. Setting up charges. Easy enough. Just put one here. And that should be it. And then I've got to just talk again. Yeah, there is a lot of talking in this level, in this mission.
Well,
Glad to see you made it back in one
But
piece.
nothing wrong with that.
Judging by the looks on your faces, you didn't come back empty-handed.
In fact, I think there was a lot of talking in one of the other missions as well. In fact, one of the missions had the one longest talking. It's one of the really old ones. I just can't remember what one it was. I probably will remember it once I play some of the older ones. That's if anyone requests for them.
Okay, let's talk next steps.
Or if I fancy doing so.
Kerwin, we're gonna need that transmitter real soon. We've bought a little time, but not much. This cold's not going anywhere, and neither are the Klingons.
You're not wrong, but consider. We survived the Klingon ambush, and a crash landing, and those things that tried to eat us, whatever the hell they were. The captain's still with us, and we have each other. Remember, we're Starfleet. We can't give in to despair.
Well, I'm not
When
Starfleet.
times are worst, that's when we need to rise to our best.
Agreed. Let's not lose sight of what matters the most here. Okay, everyone, get some rest. I know I'm... Please tell me we have some more of that moss around. I need to pad out my thermal bag. It's keeping me warm, but this cave floor is doing a number on my back.
Back to sleeping at the camp. Day 3. 72 hours later.
I think we're in business here. The distress beacon's operational. It actually works. I mean, it's ugly and full of hacks, but we can send out a distress signal with the beacon now.
Hold on. If we use the beacon, won't the Klingons receive the signal too? They're still trying to find us. They'll know exactly where we are once we turn that on. This cozy little cave will be crawling with Klingons sooner than any of us would like once that happens.
None, unfortunately. We turn it on, and it'll be out there for all to see, friend and foe alike. We're hoping that Federation ships at Pryor's World will hear it and respond before the Klingons do. It's a risk, but one we need to think about taking soon.
Agreed. They know we crashed.
Whoa,
And unless they give
damn.
up the chase, they're still out there. And they will come running the moment they detect this beacon. Count on it. So, we need to be ready to deal with them. And buy ourselves enough time for Starfleet to get here and extract us from this godforsaken ice ball. To a point, they'll eventually bottle us in and use grenades or chemicals. We have to make it too costly for them to hunt us down. Catch them before they catch us. Ambush them. Here's the plan. They'll beam down at the shuttle wreckage and start searching from there. Their teams will eventually track our route, so we hit them on the way. We'll ambush them at the snowdrifts, then fall back, fighting our way towards the cave. Make them pay for every meter. We don't have to stop them, just slow them down long enough for Starfleet to reach us. Let's take position by the fumaroles and make the Klingons come to us.
Oh, now I remember. I have to go out there and basically ambush the Klingons at the... where the worms are, basically.
The Klingons can be beaten. Meet them with strength. Seize every opportunity. Give no quarter. Fight hard and fight to win.
Now you talk like I never fought any Klingons before, I mean... seriously.
Temple Masters! They're hunting us!
I was trying to get the high ground, but I realised I'd gone to the wrong part. Now, another thing I like to say is those jackals are pretty handy pets to have. Alright, they don't do too much of a damage, but they do make a good extra addition to the team. And it's one of the things you can actually get when you play as one of the Klingons.
Get behind cover. They'll be here any second. Everyone in position.
Ready.
Affirmative.
I see them.
Wait for my signal.
Let's give him hell.
Oh, what did I just do this? What? Well, shit. Yo, someone better get me up. Give me the fuck up. Where's my bloody teammate? Stop putting up a shield generator and help me the fuck up. I'm gonna have to fucking respawn. Well, shit, that's never happened to me before. That's actually quite embarrassing. But hey ho, it happens. Oh, why didn't I just do this? Shocked bastards.
Keep up the pressure.
I know, I'll just summon up 3 of me. How's that sound? Wait, where did my other one go? Oh, that's a lot of good. Even my own cells don't do too well. They're stuck behind the bloody force field.
Keep firing.
Wrong button.
Hold the line.
That was close. You alright?
You're dead, mate. Whee!
Kerwin's down!
Well, fuck it, leave him. I mean, what?
They're homing in on our signal. Head toward the cave before they flank us. Keep moving! We'll dig out on the hillside by the rocks. Fall back! Fall back to the cave! We can't let them reach Lorca!
We won't last long out here, even in cover. The cave's gonna be our best option soon. The rest of you should be ready to fall back to the camp. When that happens, I'll dig in here and cover your retreat. Which one of you wants to die first? Ah! I thought you Klingons knew how to fight!
I give you a warrior's death, Andorian. It is better than they will receive.
It's a sound tactic. If something goes wrong, you're gonna want someone watching your back. Keep the Bev in reserve in case you need to withdraw. Think like a Klingon. Consider every weapon at your disposal.
I'll make sure you have the time you need. Keep the captain safe. Tell my family what happened here. Tell them I fought for them.
Ah.
And for the Federation.
I think I was supposed to wait till this dialogue finishes before that cutscene. Obviously this dialogue was before the cutscene, so that was actually my bad there for going ahead too quick. But hey, the woman was saying take cover, so I thought, you know, I'll rush to take cover.
Since you're back, I assume that the Klingons are on their way. Give me a phaser. I'll be damned if I go down without a fight.
I forgot about that move.
Oh, Smoke-Eye. I am gonna
But
kill you.
that's another move that's part of the Zenkerdi set that is... Ouch.
Your minions died on
I suppose you're not going to heal me.
but your
Oh, you are.
captain is, how do you say it, a high-value
Yeah, the only trouble with some of the crew on my KDF2 is that hardly any of them want to actually heal me so much, because it's like, nah, don't die. And it's like, what? And that's the plus, I think I need to actually work on him. Oh, sorry, I'll just bombard these guys. And make duplicates of myself and fire them. And...
They smell blood. They won't stop now.
I think it's time we use those explosives, Chief.
Do it! Seal off the entrance! Damn!
I know that look. What's wrong?
Kerwin had it.
What?
Kerwin had the remote detonator.
Make another one then.
No parts.
well, fuck
Use
me.
everything we had.
Give me options, Commander.
Yeah, running a little short on those, Captain.
Can we shoot it to set it off?
No way. We just fry the whole package.
Something with a tricorder then.
Maybe? I don't know.
What the hell?
What are you doing? Come back!
This is the only way. It has to be done manually.
Wait! No! No, you can't!
I love you, Ellen. Always. Always.
Amna! Amna, where are you? Can you hear me? Amna?
Landry!
Amna, tell me where you are! Please! Come back!
Commander! We need to get moving.
No! No, I'm not leaving without her.
She's gone, Commander. On your feet, soldier. Do not let her sacrifice be in vain.
Plus, I don't want to die here too, so, you know, get me the fuck out of here. Well, it's all a bit tragic, really. Wait, when did I do Polo 1 damage? Oh. Well, I didn't realise that one of my team had Polo 1.
Damn. It'll take a while for the Klingons to make it through the rockfall. Let's make sure we're ready when they do. Dead end. Give me options, people.
Photon grenades. Breaking through.
Klingons don't give up the chase easily.
Let them come. I'll take as many of them with me as I can.
Lorca here?
Captain Lorca, thought we'd lost you.
Not from lack of trying. My people and I need immediate extraction.
Ask and ye shall receive, Captain. Ready to leave when you are.
Well, that was convenient.
Personal log, Commander Ellen Landry. She's been gone for months, and every day I'm reminded of her. I even have her job now. Chief of Security. I took it to honor her. To continue her work. To keep people safe. The captain's recovered from his injuries, mostly. His eyes don't handle the light very well. But like me, he forges on. This war, the Klingons, they've taken so much from us both. For me, for the captain, only duty remains.
Long-range sensors are picking up Klingon raiders in this sector. Ready for a little payback?
Always.
And that's the end of that mission. And next time we remember to actually equip this ship with well, it's not the stuff that I got on there. I think it's to do with
Fighting honorably against
lack of armor.
under extreme conditions.
That was the problem.
A true test for a warrior. Perhaps the Atlas
Actually, I'll
will
keep the
learn
ship
what
on
it
this
means
so
to
that I
be
can remember to work on it.
From your efforts today, you see how Ja'ula and her Mokai fanatics fight, yes? She'll throw every one of her warriors into battle to get what she wants, no matter what. Ruthless, but also reckless. It may be her undoing. Starfleet considers the fate of Commander Landry to be a cautionary tale. Typical. I see her as a true warrior, one who understood duty to her captain and crew, willing to fight for them to the end. She would have made an excellent Klingon.
Also, another thing, I think I'm running out of space in my infantry as well. Well, luckily with this one it's not too much, but still. Yeah, every time when you open up those little Endeavour boxes, you get little prizes here and there, like whether it be credits, dilithium, or even what's the word I'm looking for? I'll have to look it up again. Reroll tokens, which are quite handy. I mean, I need to get another 10 more to meet the maximum of 50, but lucky for me, the Endeavours have been pretty easy on me. So all in all, it's all pretty fine and dandy. And but yeah, I believe that was the last of the missions that I've done. I can't think there was any more to do on the Age of Discovery. So that's that one done. Now what I'll just do is what I'll do is I'll quickly show off the new ship I got, and then I'll call it a day on the video. Plus it's getting freaking hot here as well. Don't know about for you guys. I know some of you guys are probably watching this, probably waiting, probably say, yeah, it's a lot hotter here, or it's cold over here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I know you even got the fans on. It's still like a bakehouse in here. Anyway, I better get this. Also, there is a summer event coming up as well, where you can actually get the Tier 6 Rising Corvette. So that'd be something I'll be working for. But anyway, this is the new ship I've got myself. Now, it's not new to the game, but I managed to get it for free by getting the Tier 6 coupon, basically. And this is basically a light battlecruiser warbird, similar to the heavy warbirds, but it's more of a lighter, fast version. And I must say, when I took it for its first go yesterday, it was pretty impressive, I will say. Let's see now. Where can I actually show this thing off? Now, I'm not entirely 100% sure if I can get an Arconian. Actually, I think you've already seen an Arconian one, haven't you? Yes, you did, if memory serves. So I'll cancel that. So what the hell do I use to demonstrate this now? Have you seen... I know. I'll go with... I'm not sure if you've seen that one, but I'll go with Defense of Starbase 1. And I apologise if you've already seen this, but if you have, then, like I said, I'll apologise. If you haven't, then sweet. Whenever you like to start. There we go. Also, another thing I like about the ship is the design of it. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about its design just looks very retro / modern sci-fi. In some respects, it kind of reminds me of something from the show known as Andromeda, in some way. Only a little bit, I will say. Don't know if anyone else thinks that, but that's just me. Either that or I need my eyes testing.
Listen up. The war has not...
Let's skip that. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I have this on my channel. I might have to look again. I probably don't. It's probably just me thinking I have. Or either that or I played this too many times and I think I have. I'll have a look at my channel and see. And then what I'll do, I'll make note of it. Because I don't want you guys to keep seeing the same old all the time. But anyway, this is just mostly just to give you a look of... just a basic look of what the ship can do and how I got it up to. And basically what I'm doing is using phasers for this ship really. And when I say phasers, I mean as in like the ones that the Herc use, which is the phasic ones. And again, these are quite good to use. Yeah, you can tell I was trying to avoid using the word pretty good because I was thinking in my head, come on, use a word other than pretty good. I think someone else is looking for that in Universal Endeavour where it comes to hitting one's own teammates' hull. And that's something I do need to do actually. But by the looks of it, I don't think I might get that opportunity somehow. I have equipped some of the Herc stuff from their ship basically, like the Herc Amplifier Ravager beam and the Nullifier Tractor Field. And the good thing about those, they are universal, so they can be used on any ship. And it's actually quite cool when you actually use the Amplifier beam on this ship. And oh shit. That's not what I want. I'm going to have to unleash a Herc on them. I also added more mines onto the ship so that it has a bit of more of mining properties. Actually, I should have had the what do you call it? Actually, did I add the? Yes, I did. I was actually trying to think whether I added the Black Ops mines. Yeah, I was going to call them Section 31 mines, but I wanted to get the name right. It's actually Black Ops, but either way, those mines. Those mines are deadly to use because they have a mixture of one that cuts into the hull, one that just explodes onto the hull. And I actually like that idea. Either way, they do quite a lot of physical damage to the ship.
There's a rate of incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time. time before more arrive.
Now this ship is fairly new, so I still need to work on this one a bit. Hence why it's not doing so well compared to all the other ships that I've got. Because at the moment its masteries are still at #1 status, and it just still needs work in other areas. But other than that, it is good for what it is. Plus, it helps when I've got the other players as well. And I should be really trying to do the repair 50k haul endeavour, but I'll probably say that for another time. But if I can do it now, see if I can actually do that. Ah shit, I ended up hitting myself. Well, that was all good. Yeah, I forgot about that on that ship has. Now this ship has a special console known as the Singularity Collapse console, which causes a singularity breach, basically, where it actually damages other ships. It's similar to when your Romulan warbird blows up and such, and only Romulan warbirds has that kind of explosion because they use singularity cores. And if my memory serves, I think, if memory serves, those singularity cores are almost similar to that of a black hole core, I believe. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and I forgot I had black alert on this ship. I do actually love that trait because it allows this ship to produce multiple images of itself that fires barrages of torpedoes at the other ships. Let's see that works. Oh sweet, someone else has that as well. I ain't gonna lie, the Vengeance class starship does look pretty mean and epic. I do have one myself. Oh shit, I ended up hitting myself. I was meant to heal the other one. Right, never mind. Now, I know that right now I'm doing this for the Endeavour, but originally if I was actually to heal players, I would mostly do it just to help the team out, to help that player out, because I'm very old fashioned when it comes to these games. I believe in supporting your team rather than just leaving them hanging. Because if you end up supporting your team, then they usually support you back, usually. Of course it's not always guaranteed, because you do get some players go, yeah, thanks for that, sucker, sort of thing, but not all players, like most of the majority of the players in this that I've encountered have been very kind. Another ship that's a good ship is the Marquis Raider. That I actually feel is another nice little ship. It may be small, but it packs a wallop, and it has a mean console on it as well, especially with its plasma tornado thing. I actually might do another mission with the ship to show before ending the video. But then again, no, actually, no, I'll leave as this mission actually, because otherwise I'll be dragging out the video too long and just going to make it boring. So, because the main thing you're keen to see this video is mostly for me to complete the missions and such like that. And I don't want to bore you just by showing you the same old thing. I think one of the players is allowing themselves to get it so that others can hear it, so they can complete the endeavour. Now, I have noticed that there are some players that actually will do this, and I think that's really generous of them to do that. Yeah, because I noticed this one's getting healed quite quickly, so I think this one's allowing itself to get hit so that others can actually do that endeavour. So I think that's pretty cool actually that they do that. So I do tip my hat off to them for that. So you do get decent players that actually do that sort of thing. To actually say, you know, I'm taking damage here, I'll allow it, you guys heal me, and I'll just, you know, deliberately take the hits. And I think that's very generous of them to do that. Personally, I like that when a person does that. Anyway, I better finish this off, and then I can get on to the next video as well, because I did actually say I would actually try and do another part of Zoning the Enders today as well. And I know that one's going to be a long thing to do, but at the same time, it'd be worth doing.
That'll hold them off for now. I don't know.
Anyways, that's the video done, and I look forward to doing the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until then, everyone, you take it easy and peace out.